Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's going on, brother? What's going on, world? Another
And we
episode, man. Another episode of Breaking Philly.
and then we in
How you
here.
feel? How you
And I
feeling,
can't
brother Shy?
I can't play my guy. How about yourself?
Like we said off the stream, even if we did have something to complain about, who would listen, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. We live in the life the Lord gave us. So I'm in a good mood. I'm excited to have some fun. We're gonna start this off with a little game. Why not, right? Like get the juices flowing a little bit. And before we do that, I just want to do that. Look at that. I'm 5 years old. Before we get into that game, I'll say that I do want to shout out my team over at Memorabilia Mayhem. We are doing a huge giveaway, guys. So even if you're just a football fan, whatever it is, we're doing a huge giveaway. Every purchase goes to the giveaway, and we'll be giving away either a one-of-one helmet, a Derrick Henry signed helmet art, or a Emmitt Smith framed jersey. I doubt anybody would want that, but there's some beautiful prizes. You know what I'm saying? So definitely tap into that. So they wanted us to build a team, Shy. They said, Joe, get with your brother Shy, get with your guy, and let's see what y'all would do. So they wanted to sponsor this segment. Shout out to Memorabilia Mayhem. As you
Appreciate
can
it.
see right in the middle, you guys, if you want to go ahead and follow them, you can just go ahead and scan that QR code. But all that is done. You ready, Shy? You ready to lose? Because I'm going to win. I'm just letting you know.
I don't do too much losing. I don't do too much
I'm
losing.
just going to let you know. I'm going to win. I'll just say, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you go first. You want to go first, brother?
You want to explain the rules?
Yeah, so basically, if for those who haven't seen, this is basically going to be a build your team. So obviously, we have a quarterback, we have one running back, we have a wide receiver, a tight end, and then a defensive player, not a defense overall, but a player. All right. So my brother Shy is going to start us off. He's going to spin the wheel, and then whatever team it lands on, he has to pick a player from that team to go with one of those spots. I think it's pretty easy. I think it's pretty fun. So without further ado, let's get this L for my guy, brother Shy. You know what I'm saying?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, look at that. Starting off right.
Doing stuff when God doing stuff when he do stuff. All right, so I get to pick a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, or somebody off the defense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see. I'll go. I'll go running back. I'll go running back. I'll go Saquon.
Mm, I like that. I like that. I'm kind of mad he's got. I might not even get the freaking. With my luck, especially, I probably won't end up with the actual Eagles, but we'll see. We'll see. That's why you play the game. So Saquon Barkley is off of the board. We're gonna spin this wheel one more time and see what I get. It's my turn. It's my turn now. The Titans. The Titans. I mean, I definitely don't want Cam Ward. Didn't they just get a wide receiver?
I know they got Tony Pollard's the running back.
He
Wide
might.
rec-
He's my fallback.
Did they get
They
let me
got Calvin Ridley, right?
Calvin Ridley. Yeah, Calvin Ridley's still there. Let's see, wide
Um,
receiver.
they drafted Carnell Tate. Am I gonna draft? Am I gonna take a draft? You know?
That would be your best course of action. But
Uh I'll
Carnell
probably
Tate and Wandale Robinson.
because I just feel like we could get really good. You know, we could get really good wide receivers in this. Am I really gonna spend my one on Carnell Tate? Damn. All right. Yeah. I'm
They don't got nobody else, bro.
yeah. I'm gonna probably have to. I mean, Gunnar Helm at tight end. Who do they have on defense? I feel like they might have a nasty defensive player. I'm not. Their tackle. Don't they have a nasty D tackle? Jeffrey Simmons. I'll go
Yeah,
with
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah, and
I'll go with Jeffrey Simmons.
that
Say again?
they just had Ladarius Sneed. I think he's gone now. Ladarius Sneed. I think he went back to
Yeah.
Kansas City. So yeah, I go Simmons.
J. Simmons. I'm gonna keep these names very easy for me. We doing it all on the fly, baby. You gotta love that. So Jeffrey Simmons off the board for you, because I'm sure that's somebody you were chasing. You know.
Hmm. Hey, was it? But hey,
The
Los Angeles.
Chargers.
Defense. Buddy. I forget his name. Safety. Just got paid.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna blank on his name too.
You see his face.
Derwin
Oh,
James.
yeah, James.
Derwin James for the defense. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take, hey, it could be worse. That wasn't bad. That wasn't as bad as the Titans. You're getting blessed right now with these team selections.
God loves me, man. God smiles down upon me.
Apparently. All right, God. Come on now. Come on now.
Get Herbo. I'm good.
Yep.
Vincent, I'm good.
Watch, I'm gonna get the Niners have
Oh,
absolutely nobody but George Kittle that I would want. Absolutely nobody else
McCaffrey.
that I would even think of. Oh, McCaffrey. Why am I bugging? Yeah, they're both injury prone. So yeah, I'll take me some CMC. Look at you helping me out.
Hey, man, I got to. You behind. You couple
That's
steps
crazy. Yeah,
behind.
I
There you
definitely
go.
am. But now we a little bit closer. Now I feel good now. I feel good now. Because I definitely was struggling for a running back in this.
Green Bay
Green
Pack.
Bay Packers for you. Jordan Love.
Tucker Craft.
Oh,
Tucker Craft. You said you're in love.
hey. Are you holding out for a certain quarterback or anything?
Dude, I'm just waiting. They said Chargers. I was like, no. Nah.
Kraft.
I would have picked Jalen Hurts at quarterback, but that's all. He's good, but I kind of wanted to see what the weapons I would have to go with him before I picked.
I respect that. Yeah, I mean, I respect the Barkley pick. There's a couple defensive players you could have went with. I wouldn't have been mad at you. Oh my God. Um, do I go Dak just to piss people off? I mean, like, is that what I do right now?
Yeah, you go Dak, you go CD, you go Pickens, or
I'm
Ferguson.
probably gonna go Pickens. I'm gonna go Pickens. I do think that I think that you could. It's a toss up between him and CD, but I'm holding out on quarterback. I want to hold out on quarterback, and shout out to Memorabilia Mayhem. They actually gave out a George Pickens replica helmet today,
For
so
the
that was
Cowboys?
pretty cool.
The
Yeah,
Cowboys?
for the Cowboys. I'm glad I wasn't there to give it out, but they did. They did that, so shout out to them. All right, let's see what happens next. Let's see what we get next. You're up.
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. There's a wealth of talent over there,
I'm so upset.
and you can't even take Myles Garrett.
Nah. Um, let's see. Browns wide receivers. I know they just grabbed somebody. So KC Concepcion's over there. I know that. Um, Denzel Boston.
Yep. Jared Judy's out
Den-
there.
Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston.
Denzel Boston, you
Denzel
like him? You
Boston.
like him?
I like Denzel Boston. I thought we was gonna draft Denzel Boston. It was either gonna
I
be
thought,
Jordan
yeah.
Tyson Boston or I said Tyson. Yeah.
I think even we thought we were gonna get Boston. To be honest with you, I think we were just shocked that Malachi Lemon even fell. So Boston is off the board. The Colts. See, I should have not. I see. Why did I take the freaking? No, you know what? Actually, I'm cool with this. I'm taking my guy. I'm taking the goat, the Penn State legend. I'm taking my guy Tyler Warren, baby. I'm taking my guy Tyler Warren.
Got Tyler Warren was there. All right. I'm going at quarterback.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, now it's the quarterback duel. I think that this kind of tells us who wins. I think whoever gets the better quarterback might take this, and you're gonna be with the
Jalen Hurts.
Philadelphia Eagles. Look at
I
that.
know what God do when he do it.
Can I get better than Jalen? Can I get better than Jalen? I don't want to say I think I can because people are gonna take that the wrong way, but I think we might be in. I think we'll be all right. Let's see what happens. Let me just put your Jalen Hurts real quick. Let's see what happens.
Oh, reverb.
So I mean, your team ain't that bad. Your team ain't that bad. It's all right. Let's see what I can do. Let me get at least one Eagle. The Falcons, of course, of course.
Penix.
Oh my God. Am I taking Penix or Kurt Warner? I mean, Kurt Cousins.
Cousins is with the Raiders now.
Oh, he left. Damn. Don't
Yeah.
they have another one? Oh no, Tua, of course.
Oh man, I won. I won.
Damn. So it's Tua or Penix. I guess I'm gonna bet on Penix. That sucks. Well, I mean, it's close though. It's close. I feel like my positional players might outpace yours. Outside of Barkley, I think Barkley and CMC are right there.
Yeah, look, Boston and Pickens. Pickens is proven. Warren and Tucker Craft. Tucker Craft wins that.
Heck no. What?
Yes, he does.
Tyler Warren is way better than
I don't
Tucker
know,
Craft.
bro. I don't know.
I'll look up the numbers. I'm gonna look up the numbers. Hold up. Obviously, Tucker Craft got a couple more years. So
Yeah, but he's tried and true. Tried and true, and then defense you can't.
last year he had a down year. Actually,
He got hurt.
let me see. Tyler Warren.
And then with the defense, you can't really. They play two different positions.
Oh heck no. Heck
They-
no.
They're the generals on they. They're the generals though.
Tucker Craft has so Tyler Warren had 800 yards and 4 touchdowns last year off 76 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker Craft hasn't even got half of that. He's gotten 700 yards in 2004. That was the closest he got.
He got hurt.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the closest he got. In 2023, he only had 355 yards. I'm taking Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren is going to be one of the more. I think Tyler Warren could be one of the best, like, of all time at tight end, like in his career.
I'm ops. I'm going Tucker Craft. I'm a big Tucker
Hey,
Craft.
what do y'all think in the chat? I think I won that one. We'll see what the chat says. Obviously, we don't have the final say, but we'll see what they say. I think I won that one. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But we got some things to talk about, obviously, right? All the fun and games are over now. Shout out to Memorabilia Man for that. But guys, it seems like every other week somebody's talking about the Eagles. Somebody hates it, like a former, player or a former guy that didn't play that much got something to say. We got new stuff with CJ, GJ. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on? I mean, just the poop show. I don't want to curse on here. It's just become a poop show. It's been kind of crazy and it's kind of annoying. I feel like everybody's mad once they leave the Eagles. Do you even listen to what he says, or are you taking what he says with a grain of salt?
Man, I don't listen to nothing CJ Gardner-Johnson says, dude. Even last week, it's hard now that he's talking, because last week I defended him. I said, I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think that he's crazy. And I still think that he's crazy. But it's like, bro, you've been on, what is it, 4 teams in one season? He was with the Bears, then the Ravens, Buffalo. Where was he? The Bears, like.
He's been everywhere, I feels like. Texans, I think, for a little while. He got cut by them.
We traded him for a pack of Skittles. Like, we don't get along anywhere, dude. So it's like when he talks, there's no credibility behind it. So when he talks, I just kind of attribute it to like a chihuahua barking, dude. They just yap, because they want to be heard. And the stuff he was saying doesn't really make no sense. He was like, yo, I don't know why he hates Saquon Barkley so much. He said, yo, Saquon, you back on the team, but you broke the band up. And I noticed before he had an interview on the what is it, the pivot with Ryan Clark and those guys, he was talking about Saquon too, talking about he wanted to put a hit on him and all this other stuff. I just think that it's jealousy against Saquon Barkley. I don't think it's really the Eagles organization. I just think that he don't like Saquon, which is crazy. Everybody likes Saquon, even the opposition. So when CJ Gardner-Johnson talked, bro, I just kind of fly in the air. Because it's every other week. It's every other week he says something. Until he goes out there and he can stay on the team for more than 1 year, I don't think he should be talking. And I think that he's kind of burned his bridge with the Eagles. I don't think he ever comes back.
I think he's burning his bridges with not just the Eagles, but other teams. I mean, nobody's going to want to deal with that. There's a reason why, because he was mad that, even in that same interview, he was saying he was mad that he got basically put on the practice squad for somebody that they traded for when they signed him. I mean, I get it. I get being upset by that and I get being hurt by that, whatever it is, but you can't vocalize that in that way. You can't
Yeah.
tell people in that way. You can't go to the media and run to the media every time you don't like something. It's gonna leave a bad taste in the owner's mouth. It just is what it is. So, like you said, he definitely is not coming back to. I would be very surprised, very shocked if he comes back to Philadelphia. But I'd be very shocked to see if he signs with a team very soon. He's still a free agent right now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Buffalo, Buffalo something for
Buffalo.
the
Oh,
year.
I'll be surprised if he sticks with them. I'll be real with you. I'll be surprised to see if he can actually stick with them. We saw it with the Texans. We'll see what happens now. So I I I don't take anything he says seriously. And I'm gonna be real with you. When the group text hit me up and was like, "Oh, you saw what this dude said," I was like, "Well, now at least we know why he's not in Philly."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of us had questions. We were like, "Oh, he fits perfectly," and then you see that kind of foot in the mouth moment, and you're like, "Okay, well that's why." All right, right? Now I get it. I get it. You can't trust this kid. He's just he's a loose cannon. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with him. I think that he is talented, and I think he has. Yeah, he has a reason to be upset. He has a reason to want to believe that he should be out there playing, but yeah, it's a twofold business. You know what I'm saying? You have to handle both sides correctly, and acting like that's not. So
yeah, dude. I thought it was the on-field antics was the reason they got rid of him, and then because we pretty much we swapped picks for the Texans, and we got that dude who was terrible, the guard who was terrible, and they was like it was a cap move, and we saved like minimal cap. So I was like,
uh
it can't be like the off-field stuff. So apparently he was just tearing stuff up in the locker room, and I can see it. I can see he jars on the field, he jars in interviews, he does this stuff on social media. So it's just his mouth, dude. Once you learn how to put your foot in your mouth, which is a
yeah, it's
nasty
hard to
thing,
take
by
it
the
out.
way. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to take it out. I mean, it sucks because it's like that type of attitude. I love that type of attitude in football. Maybe not to obviously run into the media, but that like brash. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It does fit Philly, and I get why we connect to it. I get why we like him. It's just yeah, like you said. Sometimes the antics outweigh the talent, and I think that you're starting to see that with a CGJ. We'll see. Do you think he catches on like in Buffalo, or is they? Do you think like where do you see his career going from here? Because that was a pretty damning interview. I will say that.
yeah. Well, Buffalo they were in need of safety help. They didn't really have
Yeah,
anybody on the back end. So until they can go out, they didn't draft any. I don't think they drafted a safety. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but until they go out there and they get somebody, they're kind of stuck with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, dude. Now, if he gets cut, or they decide to move on from him, other teams probably won't be checking for him because he was a free agent going into I think the later half of free agency. Nobody really was
yeah,
really checking for him because they're like he checks all the boxes, dude. He has the talent. Sometimes in coverage he gets a little bit, a little bit outplayed, but as a safety, he's a solid C plus B minus. But it's just the other stuff, dude. So where do I see his career ending? I don't I see I hate to say it, but I see his career ending within like the next 2 years. What up, pups? Within the next 2 years,
yeah. My dog's going crazy.
you can play yourself out of a spot. You can talk yourself out of a spot, and I believe that CJ Gardner Johnson will talk himself out of the spot. I
My
think
dog's.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think with the Texans, they dropped him from the Texans because he kept talking. He didn't want to play the scheme. He said, "I just want to blitz all the
Exactly.
time," and then he got clipped from the Texans. Then he went to the Baltimore Ravens practice squad where he should have learned a little bit of grace and just kind of chilled out a little bit. He would have gotten a spot next to was it Malachi Stark. He would have got a spot back there. He would have eventually rotated his way in. That didn't work, and he goes over to the Chicago Bears, where he had a little bit of success there, and they
Yeah,
didn't decide to sign him back, so he must have ran his mouth there too. I hate using the word. I hate the word cancer because cancer is such an ugly thing, but in locker rooms, he's such a he's that. He's just something that just brings the mood down. Morale's high, and he just brings it down just because he believes that he's bigger than the team, and he's bigger than the game, and that's not how it
yeah.
works. and that's not how it works. So
Yeah, and we've showed that we're not going to deal with that. We've showed that with Hassan Reddick. We've showed that with, I mean, pick your player, right? If you think you're bigger than the squad, if you're not all about winning, we really don't. AJ Brown, we really don't need you around. It is what it is. I think that we are. I think we would have been a better team with him on the field. I'm not going to sit here and say we're better without him, but I think that showing that I'm okay with not having him. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that yes, there's going to be talent that you miss on the field, and I think you have to be wary of that and understand that there's a line. But yeah, I think he crossed that line a while ago, and I just wonder what he didn't like about Barkley. Like what? Like, can we brainstorm real quick? Like, can we? Like, what could it have been that Barkley did so bad? Because he just seems like the nicest guy in the world.
Saquon Barkley's got to be the safest player in the NFL. He don't
That's what
get
I'm saying.
the team friendly dude lifting people up. Like I don't know, dude. People are just jealous. Like people are jealous
That's
of
what it
Saquon
feels like.
Barkley because of the talent. AJ Brown was jealous of him because of the talent. I think it's just CJ Gardner Johnson is just jealous. So Janine said his success. I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I was
I
about to
agree.
show that. Yeah, I agree. It is what it is. We'll see. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens moving forward. I need a. I say this like almost every year now, but I need a 30 for 30 about this team. Like I need to figure out what the heck is happening from basically the beginning of the Doug Peterson era on. I need to know what the heck, who was making some of these decisions, how did all this work? Because it's crazy. It has definitely been crazy. So this question actually goes perfectly into what we were going to segue into anyways. So we'll answer the question and then we'll kind of get into what we were going to talk about, which is shout out to Kareem. He says, which position are y'all most excited about watching? There are so many battles, cornerbacks, running backs, and linebackers. I'll let you take that first and then I'll piggyback off you.
Yo, Kareem, before I get into this, dude, I had a video going out on this very topic. And I was telling Castro before we got on, and my microphone, I recorded the whole thing, and my microphone ain't work, so I got to record that back. So I have it up in a little bit. But which position am I excited about watching? Like the battle, like position in itself, everybody's kind of like overlooking the running back. Oh, I guess it's my show. The running back position. So I would say running back. I want to see what Sean Mannion does with Saquon Barkley and what he does with Tank Bigsby. Just because everybody's just so focused on the pass game going through the tight ends and the wide receivers, you forget about the running backs, man. Like when he was over in Green Bay, he weaponized those guys. They weren't just ball carriers out the back, dude. They were catching, they were screens, a lot of trick plays. So I want to see that. So I'm really excited about the whole. That's not really a battle within the running backs because Saquon Barkley is the standard and takes Bigby. He didn't carve out that number two spot. So I really am excited to see that. But in regards to the battles, like battles, I gotta go linebacker. I gotta go linebacker.
Oh,
My point was Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is out there and he's putting in work with what the defense is giving him. Because Jahad Campbell's been out all summer with that shoulder injury and it's like his second consecutive shoulder injury in 2 years. And he's going out there and he's showing that he can play in his defense. He might not be as physically imposing. He might not be as big. He might not have the football pedigree in regards to draft because, Jahad Campbell was drafted in the first round, but he was drafted in the fifth. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is a cerebral player. He's never out of position. He has a high football IQ. And when it goes like to basics, the dude excels in that. So that's the position I'm looking at. So I'm thinking that Campbell, most likely he's going to win the job because you draft somebody at number one to play. And we got rid of Kobe Dean because of that. But if he's here, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is right there. And all he needs is that little bit of an opportunity just to go out there and show that he's ready to play in this defense. And even if it's not in this defense, if they decide to move on from him, he can go out and he can play anywhere else. So in regards to a non-battle position, I'm going running backs just because of the potential they have in this offense and what they're able to do. And in regards to the battles heading into training camp, it's got to be the linebacker room, dude. Like that Jahad Campbell battle versus Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is one I'm going to be looking at.
yeah. If I would probably stay on the defense and probably go to the secondary because I want to see what's going to happen at safety. Obviously, we know Cooper DeJean is going to go out there during base or whatever, but I want to see who else is the guy, right? Like who else is gonna get the trust that we trust you. Go out there and do your thing. There's Marcus Epps. We talked to Devin Jackson. He said that's kind of the first guy off of the block, but I want to see what Cole can do. I want to see what Michael Carter can do, if he can maybe make a role for himself there. I want to see what some of these other guys. Andre Sam is still on this team. JT Gray we'll talk about. So there's a lot of guys that maybe they go out there and they make a name for themselves. So we'll see what happens with that. But safety, I think there has to be a battle. There's nobody. We don't know who's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see that. Oh, Nate, what's going on?
It's Marcus. It's Marcus.
He said, right? Most likely. I mean, unless we make a move. Obviously, we'll see what happens. I just don't see us making a move.
I don't either. They were talking about is it? I used to call this the Justin Simmons time of year, where everybody's linking Justin Simmons to Philadelphia. Now it's
Yep.
become the Buda Baker show. It's the Grant Delpit show, which I would love that. But this is like now everyone's linking people who are already on teams to the Philadelphia Eagles, dude. If we were to go out and to get one of those guys, I'm kind of off of a Buda Baker at this point. I think he's a little bit older, and that ship has sailed. Definitely on a Grant Delpit. Would love that. Um, but yeah, I think if a move was people are saying that Howie Roseman always makes a lot of late season moves, but I think that if it was one that he really valued, that he would have done it already. Like he made moves almost everywhere else, but that's that one
Yeah.
position that he kind of doesn't really pay a lot into. So if he goes out there and he makes a splash and we get somebody awesome, great, it can only make this defense better. But right now it's looking like it's going to be Marcus Epps. I kind of want to see what a Cole Wisniewski can do. All I've seen is all his highlights have been him stopping the run. Really good run stopper. He's a really big body, so we'll love to see that. But I got to see how he reacts in like in coverages and blitzing. So he looks a little. I ain't gonna hold you. He look a little stiff. He does look a little stiff. Well, big feet. But you know what? Give this guy a chance. And we also got that undrafted free agent. I'll destroy his name. Capkin Gishkin Capella Gishkin.
Capenna,
Capella
Capenna, something. Hold on, I have it pulled up. Yeah, Capenna Gashikin.
Gishkin. I'll be tearing his name up. And he his
Yeah, I don't know.
and his tape don't look bad either. So front runner for that role right now is going to be Marcus Epps, JT Gray. He actually, I think he's on the team just for special team prowess, and I think he actually came to put somebody on notice. I think that a lot of people are saying he's the replacement for Sidney Brown because he has that special team prowess and he's a safety.
Oh,
But I honestly think that he's there to take Keely Ringo's role because
yeah,
Keely Ringo,
definitely.
he's a corner. He's not going to play anyway, but he makes most of his strides on special teams. So if you get another special teams age, which JT Gray is, you can actually move on from a Keely Ringo who's had his opportunity. So he's one of those guys who I think he's on notice. So JT Gray, not definitely. I don't think he's going to play safety unless something bad happens, injuries pile up. So
Yeah,
on the back, and then you got Cole Wisniewski, you got Andre Sam, Michael Carter II. I like him, intellectual player, but we've never really seen how he's been at safety. So right now, the front runner for me is going to have to be Marcus Epps, unless we go out and we grab somebody.
yeah. I like Marcus Epps. I mean, he's a safe player, like you said. So I did pull up the basically. I don't know. Can you see this pretty decently?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I pulled up the whole roster basically as it is as of right now. So we'll go through everything. Obviously, we just went through safety, so we'll go on the other side and talk about Makuba a little bit, and then we'll just kind of go up from there. But I do want to ask you before we finish off the safety spot. I want to ask you about the special teams. Now, obviously, we picked up Damian Pierce. I don't know if these are the guys that are going to be in there as kick returner. How do you feel about kick returner, punt returner being somebody like a Makai Lemon? Is he too valuable, or are you okay with that?
Bro, he way too bad. There's no. I know he did it in college. There's no way. There's no way you spend first round capital and you have that man out there returning punts. I know we had Cooper DeJean do it. He's second round pick. Different story because we had so many people out and he was kind of like the last resort and Vic Fangio hated it. But there was no way you have Makai Lemon out there returning punts. Will Shipley, I think that's his saving grace for actually staying on the team. Tank Bigsby, when we had him running punts and returns back last year, he didn't really amount to much because that's not really what he's built to do. Um, Damian Pierce was primarily a running back, so I'm not sure if he actually has, unless I'm missing anything. I don't know if he has any special
He's
teams.
yeah, he's returning kicks if I'm not mistaken in
Okay,
Texas.
okay, I'll take that. And then Britton Covey's going to be the front runner for me. I don't know why they got him sitting at
if
third.
he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the big question mark there. But nah, nah, Makai Lemon, there's no way. There's no
I
way.
would I would like to see if Darius Cooper can do it, if Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown. I think those guys maybe offer you a little bit more. Tanks Bigsby, I was hoping he could offer you something as a returner. He was decent for Jacksonville as a returner, but yeah, he just made too many mistakes. So those are my three. I want to see what Hollywood Brown can do. I want to see what Elijah Moore can do, and maybe Darius Cooper. I don't know if he has that in him. Maybe even a Danny Gray. I just don't trust Britton Covey. If I'm being honest with you, I just think that he's just always hurt, always hurt.
I feel it. No, Elijah Moore, that might just be his path to making the team. Honestly, with all the wide
Yeah,
receivers that we have, Smitty's a lock, Makai Lemon's a lock. You paid Dontavian Wicks, Hollywood Brown's a lock. So the guys on the outs looking in are going to be a Darius Cooper, a Johnny Wilson, who I think that they should keep on the team regardless and have him as like a hybrid tight end. Elijah Moore, he's gonna have to earn his spot. So that's kind of their saving grace to actually being on the team. Darius Cooper, he's kind of like a project piece, and the reason why they
mhm.
actually took a chance on him because he actually plays like AJ Brown. Since we don't have AJ Brown anymore, maybe he can develop it to be that type of player. But yeah, I can see Elijah Moore back there doing it. He's shifty. I've never seen him run the ball with people running towards him. It's always been the opposite way. But we shall see. We shall see. I think that push come to shove, if you want to make the roster, then that's his saving grace and that's his way of making it. Because I don't think he had a lot of interest going into the offseason. So yeah,
Yeah, that's the easiest way to get there. Yeah, I agree. How about Jake Elliott? Obviously, we just re-signed
man,
Braden, man. He's gonna be here for a while.
that's my guy.
I'm very shocked to see there's nobody else at
No,
that position. Like not even a camp body. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it. Like I know the organization is kind of like not strong on Jake Elliott, but you can't move him because this year he has a I believe it's 6 million is guaranteed. The 6 million guaranteed. So you just can't move on from him when you owe him that money. If you cut him, he still gets paid and he can go play elsewhere. But
Hey, give. I mean, if you could get a better option, give him his money and go. I mean, hey,
if you get him for the cheap, get him for the cheap. But the fact they didn't bring anybody in kind of pisses me off a little bit. The dude struggled, and like I said before, he's lost his games. He's not Jake the Make anymore, dude. Before it was a
yeah,
definite. If anywhere inside of the 50, Jake Elliott was making it. Nowadays you gotta hold your breath and cross your fingers to see if he's gonna make it or not. And every time he goes out there, dude, my heart stops because you never know what you're gonna get. So the fact that they don't have anybody behind him is kind of it's really troubling. I don't know what Howie Roseman is thinking. Maybe they're waiting for the preseason to see who they can get off practice squads or see if you can get some of those better players off of waivers. But right now, just having Jake Elliott as your only special teams kicker is troubling, and it really doesn't make sense to me.
I definitely agree. It'll be interesting to see if they do bring somebody in. Obviously, it's a long time before actual camp, but not long enough. They've had opportunities. So I agree with you. It is frustrating, and we'll see if they do anything. Now, I think that special teams was probably the most frustrating. So we'll get back into the fun stuff, which is our defense. Our defense is going to be insane. So we talked about the safeties. Makuba, I think this is going to be obviously a big year for him, right? Year number two. I think he's a good player. I think that he did a lot of good things last year. We got rid of his kryptonite in Sidney Jones, or Sidney Brown, excuse me. So I think that it'll be interesting to see how he matures and how he kind of fits into this defense. But I'm excited about Makuba. I think the Eagles seem to be excited about Makuba. They seem to think he's the future of that position. What are your thoughts on Makuba?
I like Drew McCool, dude. He was last year he was coming into his own until Sidney Brown ran
Yeah,
into him like a jackass. But I
yeah,
think that this year he has to be the guy. Last year he had the opportunity to kind of like fill it out and work alongside of a Reed Blankenship to kind of understand what his role would be in this defense. Now he doesn't get that luxury. He has to go in. He has to be battle tested. And he has to be ready. And who's ever next to him has to compliment him. So
yep.
I think that he does take a big step, even from preseason, dude. You saw the potential. That He had the pick six. I believe it was against the Browns. He had the pick six against the Browns. He picked off Jason Kelsey when we played the Chiefs. He laid a couple hits against the Chiefs. I believe he got him and Jahad Campbell got to Patrick Mahomes. So the dude has a lot of potential. He has speed. Um, has speed, good hips, good recovery speed. As long as he can stay healthy, dude, I think that he may be the safety of the future. Hopefully, he can mold into something, and then hopefully the Eagles decide that we keep him and we pay him because the Eagles, once they get their feel of you at safety, they kind of
Mm,
do your thing. We bring the next person in, but I'm excited to see what he does this year. I'm excited to see how he plays when he's the main event and he's not the second option because whoever's going to be back there, they're going to have to play off of him. So I think this
yeah.
year for Makuba, big year, has to be a big year, and I'm hoping that I don't know what's I think is it Joe Casper? Is he the new secondary coach?
I believe so. Yeah.
I hope Joe Castro's spending a lot of time on him to kind of mold him in a way, the same way that Christian Parker did with that secondary group. So we shall see. But I think I'm calling it. I think that he has a good year this year.
I sure hope so. Like you said, he kind of needs to. We kind of need him to be the glue to that secondary. If he's good, if he's good as we think he can be, obviously it'll be a lot easier to have the guy on the other side kind of fill in, right, and not have to be a star. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. The other part of this secondary is going to obviously be our cornerback room, which it's in trouble, right? I mean, you have a Quinyon Mitchell, a Cooper DeJean, a Reek Woolen. I don't know if you feel comfortable going into the season with that caliber of guys. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about this trio? Are you worried?
No, our cornerback room.
I'm
I'm
just kidding.
sold on
I'm kidding.
it.
I'm
No, man,
kidding.
like no,
I'm being
bro.
sarcastic.
I'm sold on it, bro. Only thing I'm not sold on is our depth in the back. So Quinyon Mitchell, Reek Willen, Cooper DeJean, perfect. That's an A plus quarterback room. Now when it comes to
Yeah.
like who we have for our depth pieces and our backup, Jonathan Jones he's legit. He's legit. He 10 years in the league, hasn't really slowed down, two-time Super Bowl champion. But behind him, Jacorian Bennett, not really that good from what we saw. Mac McWilliams, you see him sparingly. I think this is his second year, a little bit undersized. And then you got yeah, him, that guy. Yeah. Keely Ringo, not no. He shouldn't see the field. Um Thomas, don't know too much about him. And then you got Tariq Castro Fields. Hey, yeah, that might be your cousin. Tariq
Yeah,
Castro
Penn
Fields.
State, baby.
He manages to stay on the team. He's there every training camp, but hasn't really done much. He never really makes the cut, but he always manages to find his way back to Philadelphia. So there's something that they see in him that they like. But dude, like I say this, and I will die on this hill, dude. We should have signed back a Dory Jackson. You should have told this
Probably,
man
yeah.
you had an opportunity to start, knowing dang well that he was not going to start, but he's a solid backup. When you needed a Dory Jackson to step up, not in those first 4 games, those first 4 games he barbecue chicken, he was getting toasted every time. But after that, dude, he was solid. He wasn't he
He
wasn't
was.
a lockdown. He wasn't a Pro Bowl level talent, but he got the job done. So I'm of a mindset that we should have kept Adoree Jackson. He is still out there, I believe. I gotta go check, but we
I was
should have
just
kept.
doing that right now.
But we should have kept Adoree Jackson because what we have as backups, if anybody goes down, dude, it's just outside of Jonathan Jones. Outside of Jonathan Jones, then it's a problem. I can't. Jacorian Bennett, he's handsy. Mac McWilliams, he played in garbage time. Keely Ringo should never see the field. He should never, unless it's special teams he's running for. He should never see the field. And then the Tariq Castro Fields, we'll have to see what he'll give you with his stats at cornerback. So our starters, awesome. Depth, not so good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you hit it on the head. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. You hope that Jonathan Jones is as far as you have to go as far as depth, right? Like you hope that you're not going all the way down to Jonathan Jones and Jacori and having to start, or Jones and Kaylee or whatever it may be. You're hoping you're only going down one guy at the most at a time. You know what I'm saying? So if that happens, I think we have probably the best. I think you have probably the best top four combined in the NFL. I can't think of like a team that has the starter caliber that we have at cornerback and then Jonathan Jones as your next guy up. I think that that's very, very solid. After that, yeah, you definitely got some holes. You definitely got some holes, and Like I said, you're hoping that these guys aren't getting called on because you'll be nervous. But you never know. You really never know who's the next guy to pop up. It's like you said, Mac McWilliams, and he's another guy. Mac McWilliams is another guy that pops up. He keeps on coming back to the Eagles. Another guy is Andre Sam. He keeps coming back to the Eagles. So they see something. Maybe, maybe they see something we don't. Maybe they see something other teams don't. That's all you can really hope for. But I do feel confident about this cornerback unit as a whole. I think it has the potential to be one of the best in the league, if not the best. So I give him like an A as far as the whole secondary goes. Maybe even an A plus.
I agree. Just give me a little bit on the depth chart. Give me a little bit on the depth chart.
Exactly.
I'll give you a solid. I'll give you a solid A minus. You give me a little bit more on the depth chart, a little bit more meat on the bone. I'll give you A plus. But right now,
I respect it.
if we were to play all our games with these guys and no injuries, I'd be fine with it. But injuries is
Yeah.
one of the things that you can never predict.
Facts. Facts.
And if
You ain't wrong, dog. You ain't wrong. All facts. Now next we'll go to which looks like it has a lot of injuries if you look at the red marks on there. Look at our linebacking unit. Now, this is something me and you kind of had our arguments about before when N'Kobe Dean left, before N'Kobe Dean left, I should say. I wasn't really sold on this unit once he left. I thought that there would be some holes. I still look at this and it still worries me. I'll be 100% honest with you. We'll see what, Jahad Campbell is. I don't know. I don't feel 100%. I don't know. You talk about depth on the cornerback. I'm way more worried about what this linebacking unit's going to be. I know people have high hopes for Jeremiah Trotter. I know we saw some good things out of Swan London when he played, but not enough for me to sit here and be like, oh, this is going to be a great unit again. Like, this is Zach Bond is Zach Bond, but Jahad
yeah.
Campbell he's been hurt a lot. It is what it is. I'm not going to say he's injury prone, but he has been hurt a lot. So it's something you definitely have to worry about.
It's the big question mark. Zach Bond barely been hurt. I think he went out like a series or something because he had a stinger. So I'm not too concerned about
Mhm.
that. Just like you said before, the Jahad Campbell thing is the big question mark. The reason why I liked him so much last year was because we had N'Kobe Dean as a security blanket. He was the starter. If anything were to happen, you could interchange the two. Two different linebackers, two different roles, two different style of plays. But if he goes down now, I'm okay with a Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He's not going to give you what Jahad Campbell gives you in regards to like explosiveness, but he's not going to blow a play. He's not going to blow a play. He's never going to be out of position, and he's going to play with 100% effort. Now, after he goes down, that's when we kind of have a problem. Smile Munson Jr., we haven't seen Smile Munson Jr. outside of like garbage time reps. He played a lot during the Commanders game that we lost because Keely Ringo don't know how to know how to play, and he got beat on a double move by a quarterback who's never had a rushing touchdown. Um, I haven't really seen him, but he played okay. Lawson, the guy we just picked up from Alabama, he in college pretty good. B B B B B plus signing, but he just always hurt too. So he falls right into that bucket also. Not too sure about Chance Campbell. Haven't really seen much on him. It's just like the cornerback room, dude. Like if something happens and this thing begins to fall apart, and let's say we do get past that second layer of death, then we're pretty much like hoping and praying that Smile Munson Jr. turns into something that he's the almighty linebacker. So we shall
I don't
see.
know.
I'm just
I think we're
praying.
way thinner at linebacker than we are at cornerback.
Linebacker, yeah.
I think we're way thinner. I like John Campbell, and I think that he can be very good.
It's just because you
But
don't for linebackers. It's the job of a linebacker is to play inside, and if it's passes, it's the short pass. Short pass, run, quarterback. Occasionally rushing the quarterback if you play him from the outside too. If you play him as like an edge rusher. Cornerbacks, dude. If you get beat, then you beat. That's the whole play, dude. One trip, one fall, one looking the wrong way. That's a house call, man. That's to the crib.
for sure.
Linebackers, you have extra support. If they get past that first line of defense to the linebackers, you have the corners. If they can come back off of the route that they were guarding, and they can help with the linebackers. You can have that safety help on the back end that can come up if they're not already blitzing at that point to come help you with the linebackers, dude. But if you a corner and you beat, you got the safety. That's it. That's one layer of defense over having three. So Yeah, absolutely. So I'm okay with having decent linebackers. Well, our linebackers are more than decent, but I would rather have more depth at the cornerback position than at the linebacker position because you got the help
I'd
on the
agree
back.
with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd agree that you want more depth on the cornerback. Shout out to Be More Careful. He said Jihad hasn't had a bunch of injuries. He balled out with an injury. Fangio just preferred Kobe. I'm not saying that I think that he's trash. I just don't. He was good in pass coverage. I'll give him that. He was very good in pass coverage. I don't know if he could do the rest. He is
yeah.
smaller.
Game
It's tougher for
one.
him to get off of blocks, and I understand you can mask that, but at the same time, you can't just say that it's not there because you can mask it. It is going to be something that people try to target. They're going to target him in the run game, and it's gonna make me nervous. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a mixture of Jihad and Jeremiah Trotter just because of the run game. Jeremiah Trotter will probably be more stout against the run than Jihad Campbell is right now. So that's the only thing that worries me. I don't. Obviously, depth is depth, but I don't even know if a hundred. I don't want to say trust, but I don't know if 100% buy in that Jihad Campbell is going to be what everybody thinks he will. We'll see though. We'll definitely see. I've been wrong before. If I'm wrong again, I'll eat crow.
I kind of wish that we would have paid Kobe. You don't got to give him 3 years. You give him two. To
Thank
see what
you.
to see what you do with Jahad Campbell. I'm not saying I don't have faith in Jahad Campbell because when he was at Alabama, he was the man, dude. He was injury prone. Be more careful. He was injury prone in Alabama. He's he has an injury now. It might just be 1-on-1. But if you had a N'Kobe Dean out there, you at least have insurance. You have somebody who's tried and true. But it is what it is. We gotta play the cards that we've been dealt. He's now, a Las Vegas Raider, and we have N'Kobe Dean, not N'Kobe Dean. We have Zach Bond, and we have Jahad Campbell as our starting linebacker. So I'm choosing to believe that this young man's gonna go and he's gonna ball out. He's gonna play at least a good 12 games, minor injuries, and we're gonna be all right at the linebacker position. I'm praying it. I'm hoping it. Fingers crossed. It'll happen. We finna be all right.
Hey, God is good, but hopefully he's great on this one because I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna be real with you, but I'm just happy that I got you to admit that we probably should have brought N'Kobe Dean back. My
Man,
dog's happy to hear that too because he's named
it broke my
N'Kobe
heart,
Dean.
man. That's your
That was
man. It broke. I was like, man,
that was tough. You know how I was feeling, bro. You know what I was going through.
piece by
That's
piece,
just let's not talk about it. I'm gonna cry on stream. I don't want to talk.
man.
But next I do want to talk about this defensive line, our bread and butter. I think people are sleeping on how good I think this defensive line can be. Yeah, I
Bro,
mean, you
I
look at Nolan Smith. It'll be interesting to see what he is this year, and if Arnold, I can't say his name.
Abiketti,
Arnold is say it.
Abiketti.
There we go. What he
Call him
said.
AK. Call him AK.
Yeah, if AK is the replacement for him, because I do like James Newby as well. I think he's somebody that maybe not gonna right away contribute. I think he'll be somebody that will be something down the line. Then you got Jonathan Grenard on the other side, and you got Jalix Hunt, who arguably might be my favorite to start over both Nolan and Grenard. So I'm surprised to see him at number 2. Then you got AJ Espinaza.
Epinez, that's my dude. I love the pickup. AJ Epinez. His,
Bruh.
his issue was dude. He's a baller, dude. He a thumper.
Mm-hmm.
He'll not the piss out you, bro. It's just another thing. It's just the health thing, and that's the reason why we were
Yeah.
able to pick him up. Cause I think he was gonna go to the Browns, but he failed the physical. The Eagles double back, passed the physical. We got him, and you get him for the cheap. You get him for the cheap. You have a tried and true dude. I think he was with Buffalo last year, and he was decent. He's not a world beater or anything, but he's gonna give you that pressure you need. And he's gonna give you a couple sacks. So at our edge rusher room, Jonathan Grenard is the obvious starter, dude. I love Jalix Hunt, dude, but Jalix Hunt is not Jonathan Grenard. He could
I
be
don't
Jonathan
know.
Grenard, and he had to see him
Jonathan Grenard had a good couple years. Obviously, he's coming off of an injury, but in this defense, that's the thing. I think a lot of people look at the player and not what they can be in this system. I think Jonathan Grenard will be good in the system. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he'll be as useful as a Jalix Hunt. I think that Jalix Hunt is the same type of mindset that they had when they went and got a Nolan Smith. That this is a guy that can put his hand in the dirt, but he can also stand up. He can run, he can play the run game. He's a little bit smaller, so he has that speed to stay with guys. Jonathan Grenard is going to be a edge rusher, and that's
Yeah,
fine. He's going to be
good pass
great
rusher.
at that.
Yeah,
But Jalen Hunt opens up your defense just like a Nolan Smith does, just like a AK does. To be honest with you, I think he does that too. AJ Espinoza is another type of guy like that. But Grenard is a pass rusher. I don't see him being one of those guys. It's almost in the same vein as like a Hassan Reddick. Like I think he'll do it, but I don't think he'll be
good at it.
great at pass coverage. I think he'll be one of those guys that we're like, why are you dropping Grenard back? Because he'll have a bunch of a bunch of great pass rush wins or a bunch of sacks, and we'll be like, why is he dropping into coverage? But that's what the system calls for. So when you have a guy like Nolan Smith or Jalen Hunt, they just fit better. So I just feel like they'll probably see more of the reps because you can do so much more with them on the field. But Grenard will definitely be a dog for us. I'm just saying, I think it'll be a little bit different than maybe some people are making it seem like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm betting on Jalen Hunt. I have a feeling that it's gonna they're not keeping both Jalen Hunt and they're not gonna keep him and Nolan Smith. And I have a feeling that Jalen Hunt's gonna be the one that stays. He has more upside. And he's outplayed Nolan Smith. And the dude is just athletic. He's a freak. He always makes a play when you need it. May it be a sack, may it be a pressure, may it be he had 2 interceptions last year. He led the team in interceptions last
Mhm.
year. Like the dude is like a creative player of Madden with all the attributes are all the way up. He don't have the build, but he has everything else. So absolutely, I think. But our edge rushing room, dude, I think what we got, dude, we solid. We solid.
Yeah. I think that we're way more than solid. I think that we are deep. I'm gonna be real. I'm like very, very high on this defensive line. Like very high on this defensive line.
I really want to see what Arnold Epicati does. I want to see what he does in a defense that actually knows what he's doing because I think they wasted his potential in Atlanta.
I agree. I agree. And you saw what he was able to do out there. So I mean, I like this defensive line. Like I said, going into this, I think this is the spot that's probably most slept on by even our own fans. Like the edge rusher room is very, very strong and it's very, very deep. And again, this is kind of why I was saying I don't see room for a guy like Max Crosby or a guy like you have what you need. You have exactly what you need. I know the name sounds great, but I think you have exactly what you need. So I'm excited about this edge rushing group. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that this is better than the 2024 defense. I truly do think that. I think this is going to be better than that Super Bowl defense.
You think so?
I really do. I really think this is all around. Obviously, it's hard to be better than number one, but I think the numbers will show it. I think this is going to be a dominant defense, especially because I think our offense will just give in to that. Hey, we're a run first team. We're a take your time, pick your defense apart, and just take our time working down the field. And that helps your defense. So I think that, yeah, I think that numbers wise, if everybody's healthy, everything works out how it's supposed to, I think that we could have one of those historic defenses. I truly do. Truly do.
And I hope you're right. I hope you're right. The defensive line, I'm all sold on that.
Yeah.
Carter is anchored
I
by
was just gonna
Carter
say.
Davis, um, Moro Jomo. I do wish that we still had Milton Williams. Milton Williams was kind of like that bull rush guy, the guy who was kind of like the glue. But I think that Moro Jomo kind of fits him perfectly. But then you go to like depth. Ty Robinson, second year, hasn't really showed us much. I like Byron Young. He's not a every down lineman, but he'll go out and he'll hustle every time. I think he played a majority of the snaps when Jalen Carter got hurt. No, he didn't get hurt when they played against the Chargers. Um, he's good. Or Bernard, he's not gonna touch the field outside of the practice squad.
We'll see. I'm not counting him out. I'm not counting him out, man. I'm hoping for him. That's my dark horse.
I
I'm
want
not saying that he's gonna be good. I'm just saying I really want to see this month. I want to see this guy play.
I want to see
I
him
need
win.
to.
He's just a good guy,
Yeah.
man. He's just a good any
Facts.
he the body composition is crazy. 6% body fat, you like 300 pounds. That's wild. That's wild. But
Yeah.
Clint Hurts gonna turn him in. I know Clint Hurts gonna turn him into something. I don't know when. If it's this year or next year, they put that international player exemption on him, so he can stick around for a couple years. He won't count against the 53-man roster. But man, what he turns into is gonna be something amazing. It's not gonna be this year. It's not gonna be this year. As much as we want to see him go out there, and be that dark horse and turn and add to this defensive line, it's not gonna be this year. But maybe next year or the year after that, but not this year. But rooting for the kid.
I'm keeping hope alive.
Yeah.
And then the last part, we just went over the defensive line, so that works out. And then we'll get into offense real quick. Obviously, time's kind of escaping us, but it's all good. You got an extra couple minutes, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We'll start obviously with the offensive line. We talk about health, bro. If we lose anybody on that interior line, we are screwed. We are screwed, bro. Like I think Fred Johnson can kick inside and maybe play guard for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, maybe Markel Bell is up to it. I haven't seen anything from Drew Kendall to say I feel good about him. I'm still a little worried about Cam Jurgens. I don't know. I like this offensive line. Like, I think your starters are good. I just don't know how long your starters are going to be in one. And I don't know how good your backups are. So maybe talk me into liking this backup. I don't know. Maybe help me here. I don't know.
We can run through this. So let's start with left tackle. So you got Jordan Mailata, and then you got Markel Bell. Markel Bell has shown a lot of practice, a lot of promise through OTAs and through rookie minicamp. Unproven. We don't know much about him or how we can do, but he's a big man. He can clog up space, and he didn't allow a single sack during his last year at Florida. So good on that. Miles Hinton. Miles Hinton is going.
I actually do like him. Yeah.
Like him. He's a big body. Second year in the league. I think they put him on the I think he was on the injury exception list, so that way nobody could pick him up. We couldn't lose him. Another one is him and what's the other guy's name? Big Cat. I don't see his name on here. Drew Kendall. Cameron Williams. Him and Cameron Williams were the ones they kind of the tackles. They kind of put them on exemptions. Those guys they have the athleticism and they have the frame to play the position, but we haven't seen it yet. So I think if it gets past for the left tackle spot, if it gets past the Markel Bell, then we're pretty much screwed. I don't know of John Uwaku. I don't know much about him, so I can't really speak to him. And then you go to left, and then you go to left guard. This is the spot. This is the spot where it gets a little bit shaky. Lennon Dickerson, he didn't look good last year. He was getting tore up last year, but he did go. He
was hurt. He was hurt. Yeah. I will give him that.
He was going to retire. He did go out and he got the stem cell treatment. Said he feels a lot better. They did go out and they did go get a Michael Jordan. If it was the original Michael Jordan number 23, that'd be cool. But nah.
Hey.
And Michael Jordan, he's pretty much he's kind of like a utility player. Like he'll come up, he'll do the job. He's not gonna do anything spectacular. But if you need him to come and play, he's not gonna hold the wall for what Jalen Hurts actually needs, but he'll hold it for long enough for like those quick passes. Micah Morris, the guy we just drafted him. He was good in good in college. Didn't go. I think he went late or he was undrafted. But a lot of people have a lot of faith in him. He has a lot of continuity with the guys on the team. Then you go center. Cam Jurgens, another one, got the surgery done. Said he's feeling a lot better. Drew Kendall, I don't know. I'm not really too sold on Drew Kendall. But I guess they got him at second. Willie Lampkin. I'm excited to see Willie Lampkin because Willie Lampkin. So we got him last year from the Rams practice squad, and everybody was mad about that because apparently you don't poach for people's practice squad, but whatever after Rams. But he plays. He's built like a Jason Kelce. He's smaller, extra arms, but he was I believe he was a Division I wrestler. And he uses his leverage in a way that makes him a good center. So off the ball, low off the ground, can hold space. Jake Majors, not too sure who Jake Majors is, so we're gonna just
Jake is actually pretty good. He's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken. He's actually decent.
How
We'll
many
see
years
what
do you
happens
need?
with him. This is he's a rookie. I believe he was undrafted, if I'm not mistaken.
A rookie year. All right, we'll see. Then we got right guard Tyler Steen. Yeah, I want him. I want him to be good, and the fact that Mekhi Becton's probably not coming back because going back to what we talked about earlier, C.J. Gardner Johnson put out a tweet about how the team was being tore up and all that, and then
Hmm.
Mekhi Becton liked it. I think he's kind of mad because Philly didn't decide to sign him back, which I think is a mistake because he had little to no interest. You can get him for cheap, but they decided not to. Um, Holland Pierce. Holland Pierce is
That
decent.
boy's big. That boy
Holland Pierce
big.
he is big. If all he got to do is just stand there and hold space, that'd be dope. So we'll see. Jaden
And he's
Roberts.
he's not too far from Philly. He's from New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I
I'm
think he's
wishing.
from like Trenton.
Oh, Trent. No, he from the
Yeah,
trenches.
he from the hood. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
He'll make his presence known in Philly. Y'all ain't stealing his car. I'll tell you that much. Y'all ain't taking his.
and then we got right tackle Lane Johnson. That's the big question mark. We can stay healthy. He's good. This line right here is the one I'm most comfortable with. Fred Johnson is coming. Hella time gave us relief, and he played like he was a starter. He could be a starter anywhere else, but nobody wanted to pay him starter money. So that's what brought him back to Philadelphia. And Cameron Williams, once again, another second year player who was put on that injury exemption list. Big guy, hella upside. So we'll see what he can do. So it's just a matter of health. The right tackle, if Lane Johnson goes down, I'm sold on Fred Johnson. Um, right
Yeah,
guard, if Tyler Steen goes down, Holland Pierce, I think he can hold it down for a little bit if he can save space. The center, the center spot, I'm not too sold on that. If you were to, I don't even know. Willie Lampkin has the upside too, but not too sure. Left guard, if Dickerson goes down, Michael Jordan just he's a band aid.
at
And then for,
best.
and then
At
for
best.
and then for left tackle, Markel Bell is new, but he's going to be the future at left or right guard whenever these guys decide to retire. So if it does happen, you kind of do have to throw him in there and see how he does. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about the safety of the line. If they can hold up, then we do fine, and then we just got to put it on the backups. Not too sold on most of the backups, but you play with the hand you dealt. Play with the hand you
I
dealt.
I would say move Willie up to that second spot. I would love to see how he plays, especially if we're gonna run more of like a zone run type scheme. I would love to see what Willie could do in it. I think he would be great.
I was waiting. I was waiting last year. They was like, "Will we
Yeah,
activate him? Will we play him?" It never happened. They should have the way Cam Jurgens was getting thrown
he
around
was
and blowing
getting
up the ball. He get
this
manhandled.
defense. I mean, this offensive line was beat up though. But I don't like to give excuses. I'm one to call somebody trash, and trust me, I was calling Cam Jurgens trash all year last year. But after the season, I talked to some people and they were like, "Yeah, bro, they like people that were on the field and like, bro, these dudes were like dying out there. This whole offensive line was just beat to hell. It was bad. It was bad. But on a position that's usually beat to hell, but I mean, this year I kind of feel good about it. Is our tight end room? Obviously, you picked up Eli Stowers. You still got Grant Calcaterra. You picked up Johnny Munt. Dallas Goddard is back. I feel good about this. I don't really have any notes outside of. I mean, we know what Munt is. We know what Calcaterra is. I would say I would love to see Johnny Wilson getting a shot over Grant Calcaterra at that tight end spot. But
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited about what the future holds for the tight end spot.
Ooh, I think we solid. Like if we didn't have Eli Stowers and Grant Calcaterra was number two, then I'd be worried. But this is right where it needs to be. Like if you know what you're getting with Dallas Goddard, Eli Stowers has all the upside. Grant Calcaterra, he's purely just a receiver because he can't block. Johnny Munt, he's just here to block. So you have a room full of tight ends with diverse skill sets. So you know what you're getting. And I think if Dallas Goddard does go down, Eli Stowers would step into a good spot. If Eli Stowers were to go down, I'm okay riding with a Grant Calcaterra. Just don't have him out there blocking. Johnny Munt, that if it gets to Johnny Munt, then that's when we have a problem because he's not. You just can't have him out there blocking for the whole game. Not really much of a receiving weapon, but I like what we have at tight end. I would have liked it if we would have went out and got a David Njoku for the cheap, but I guess we didn't decide to do that. That'd have made us a little bit elite, but I'm good with what we have at tight end. I'm not worried at all.
I agree. I think again, like I said, I think this is a very good unit. This reminds me of those days when you had, obviously Dallas Goddard with Brent Selleck, but I mean, you even go back to Chad Lewis. You had behind him L.J. Smith. So like we're used to having two decent, if not very good, tight ends, and I think that this is where we're at. So I'm excited about that. Um, I want to kind of jump the wide receiver room because we're going to talk about that. I want to jump the running back room because I think those two rooms I want to talk about in depth. But the quarterback room, we added Andy Dalton. We're all kind of waiting for the news that Tanner McKee's shipped off or whatever it may be. Obviously, added Cole Payton. Solid room. I think adding a guy like Andy Dalton helps a guy like Jalen Hurts kind of adjust to a West Coast system. Obviously, that's what Andy's used to. So again, no notes. I think that this is a great pickup, a great room. How are you feeling about it?
I like it. I like it. You got Jalen Hurts, who's leading the charge. Andy Dalton, your veteran presence. Tanner McKee, if they don't decide to move him, he of course moves into that second role, and Andy Dalton becomes that third. But I don't think that they do keep him. And Cole Payton has shown a lot of what's the word? A lot of quarterback,
Promise?
yeah, a lot of promising quarterback pedigree. Even though he's probably not going to see any action, so
Yeah.
I think they kind of got somebody in the mode of a Jalen Hurts because these two guys before him, they're not really a threat to run. Andy Dalton, yeah, upside, thank you. Andy Dalton hasn't run in years. Tanner McKee, he runs like a giraffe with roller skates on. He purely just a pocket passer. He'll run if you need him to, but Cole Payton can do all that. He's not really not really a gunslinger or a long ball kind of guy as of right now. But if you need him to go out there, sling the ball a little bit and run, he can. He's more in the mode of a Jalen Hurts. So I think that's why they got him for. So as of right now, the quarterback room, I like it. Do I think it's set in stone? I don't. I think Tanner McKee does go elsewhere if we can get something for him, some draft capital. But even if it was just a Jalen Hurts, Andy Dalton, or Cole Payton, I think this quarterback room is okay.
Yeah, I like it. Twist says that G Cobbs was saying that Dickerson was still limping around. Hope he's good. That's yeah, obviously that would be terrible if he's not 100% this year, or at least close to it. He also said I think Dalton is here, like that Cowboys quarterback that was here for camp to teach the system. Forget who that dude is when Kellen was here. Forget who they picked up for, but I definitely agree. I mean, it makes sense. You are used to that system. You've run it in so many different spots. It makes sense to go ahead and bring somebody in that's used to that. So I definitely agree. Now, the running back spot. We've kind of talked about this a lot just because we keep talking about Tank Bigsby, but Damian Pierce is no slouch in his own. And Will Shipley, obviously, he's had moments. How do you feel about this running back room? I am very, very hyped about this running back room.
I'm hype on the running back room. You know, the first and second, the starter and the second running back already proven. Saquon Barkley is the standard at running back. Tank Bigby, when you get that man the ball, good things happen. I don't know why they didn't do it in the first place. Now, when we get to third and fourth, is where I have a little bit of concerns. Will Shipley this is his third year, and he's done nothing to make me like, Will Shipley, let's keep him on the roster. He really just got a lot of special team tick. A lot of fools go during the Super Bowl run, but
Hmm.
nothing last year. Even as a returner, he was kind of meh. And then Damian Pierce, if he can kind of turn back the clock and be how he was with that year with the Texans, and at least give us something. If he can give us not even if he can give us 300 to 400 yards, if he is that relief running back, I'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
That
So I
would be
think
insane.
they should actually like shift Shipley to third and move Damian Pierce to move Shipley to fourth and move Pierce to third. I'd be more comfortable with
I
that.
agree.
Not too
I
sold
agree
on
100%.
Shipley outside of being a gadget player or a special teams player. Maybe we move on from him. There are a lot of teams that need a running back and that we can get something for him. But I'm excited about the room. Will Shipley, you got something to prove. Damon Pierce, if you can turn back that clock, that would be dope. Oh, look, my man here, Damon Pierce has to get back to form for me. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. So we'll see. Not too concerned if Saquon Barkley does go down. Tank Bigby he's a great substitute. They don't play the same style of football. One is more shifty, and one is I'm gonna run at you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But they both complement the style of offense that we're gonna have. So not too worried about it at all. Um, Outside of that, let's see what we have with Damon Pierce, and Will Shipley's gonna have to show me something.
I'm excited about Pierce. I think that he is good. Obviously, he has to. I don't think he got the opportunities, and obviously injuries play a part into that as well. But I like him. I think that'll be interesting to see if he does get some opportunities with us. Will Shipley, I agree with you. This is kind of your make or break off season. We'll see what happens there. I think Tanks Bigsby, I think we've talked about this. It's time to give him a little bit more. Give him a little bit more food and see how he eats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Saquon's getting to that point that we'll see how many years he got left in his tank. But yeah, I think no pun intended with the tank, but I think it's his time. This is the year. I would love to see Bigsby get 100 carries. I'm gonna be real. I want to see Saquon get like 150, 200, not that many, and I want to see Tank get a realistic like every game. I want to see like 4 or 5 carries for him.
Yeah, run it like how the Lions did with Montgomery and Gibbs.
Exactly.
Run it like that.
Exactly.
If you're gonna run it like that, dude, it'd be perfect. That means you don't get to wear one of them down, and you can pick your poison with both. And either way, you're getting beat. So we'll see, man. It's all on Sean Mannion. It's all on scheme.
Now, lastly, in this, the wide receiver room. I saved this for last. I want to know this because I truly believe, and people might think I'm crazy, but I think this is the deepest wide receiver room we have ever had. Ever. Not like just soon, but like ever.
Ever?
Ever. I can't think of a time that you've had 3 very good to starting wide receiver, starting wide receiver caliber guys. Wicks is on the come up. Obviously, Lemon has high hopes. Devontae Smith is more than proven. Hollywood Brown is a 1, maybe a 2, a 3 on very, very specific teams, but he's our 4 at best, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you look at like Elijah Moore. He's another guy. He's a 2, maybe a 3, maybe a 4 on somebody else's team, a 5 on ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Wilson, I think, can really make a case that he can go out there and be a 3rd option. He's like the 7th. Like, you go down the list, this is pretty impressive. Darius Cooper might be able to start on 15, 16 NFL teams right now. And you have him as your like 6th, 7th option in this scenario.
Quez Watkins, your boy.
That's my dog, bro. I'll never hate on Quez. This is his comeback year. I said that 10 times. This is his comeback year. No, I mean, we'll see. I would love for Quez to just become a special teamer.
Yeah. But dude, this might punt return, like punt to kickoff return might be his bread and butter if you can get him to do it. But you might have a point, dude. I can't think of years prior. Like last year, it was AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. Behind Jahan Dotson, Wilson, Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And before
a bunch of unproven guys.
Same guys. So I think this may be the deepest wide receiver room that we have, and all these guys and most of the guys in our starting 4 can start anywhere.
I got a response. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Oh no, you good.
I got a response to that. He said Tank ain't the best catching out of the backfield. He's way better than Barkley. I'll tell you that much right now. He is way better than Barkley at catching out backfield.
I mean, they're working on it. They're working on it. They need to work on it.
Saquon's at the point of his career. You ain't got to work on nothing. Just be you. Get better. Obviously, you're always going to work on it every year. But I kind of know who you are. You are that. That is who you are. You aren't that great catching out the backfield like Brian Westbrook, Corral Buckhalter, and Deuce Staley. I mean, that's a different level of catching out of the backfield. Shout out to Janine for those are pulls. Those are definitely pulls. Those are pulls out of the bag. But yeah, I mean, those were special receivers. Yeah, you remember the Corral Buckhalter days?
Mm-hmm. I was a youngin.
I got a Corral Buckhalter jersey. I just got a Corral Buckhalter autographed jersey. We should give that away.
As we should. Let's make it happen.
Let's
I
see.
got a
Let's see. Maybe we give that away. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna see what's up.
I got a Westbrook
I'm gonna
jersey.
see
It ain't
what's up.
signed. It ain't signed. It's old. It's old as hell.
Hey,
Old Reebok.
hey, I got one of those mini helmet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna see what's up. And speaking of seeing what's up, as you guys can see, I do have the memorabilia mayhem, the tag right here. Guys, if you're into memorabilia or you just want a chance at winning some crazy stuff, we've won some crazy stuff between us too. I got a Randall Cunningham autographed helmet, and I got a signed football. So my guy got a Smitty. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that you can get. A bunch of stuff you can get authentic, and they are willing to hook us up, guys. So if you go over there, get us some followers. We're trying to hit 600 by Friday. Friday, we're going to be giving away either a signed, both of them are signed, Emmitt Smith jersey. It's going to be framed. I'll show you the thing real quick. It's signed, framed, all that good stuff. So yeah, go follow us on TikTok. Go follow them on TikTok. Show some love. Let them know that Breaking Philly sent you over. Get yourself into the giveaway. It'll be dope. I think you'll have some fun. And I think, it'll be fun for us because they're definitely going to be giving us something pretty soon for us to give away to you guys. So help us help you. I think that would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Well, imagine us getting on here and giving away like a Eagles helmet or a Eagles jersey. I think that would be fun.
I think it'd be dope.
I think it would be really dope, bro. Listen, we've been on here for an hour and 20. We've had some fun. It's always fun. It's always fun to talk to you, dog. It's always a good time. Always insightful. I feel like we always leave here learning a little bit more about each other and a little bit more about this team. Yeah, the Emmitt Smith jersey, I get it. I wouldn't want that either. But you could pick the Derrick Henry. You could pick the Derrick Henry, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That Derrick Henry helmet is at least 4 figures. I'm all the way 100 with you. That Derrick Henry is a one of one. It's authentic helmet. It's signed by him, and it is at least probably like $2,000 to $3,000. Easy. So if I'm you, hop in like a little $13 suppy and take a chance. Why not? You might as well, right? You might as well. You never know. It is what it is. My wife just won a Bryce Harper. I told you about that.
Yeah.
For $13.
What, man?
Freaking
the luck.
bruh. Ridiculous, bro. Oh my God. It is what it is. But yeah, so shout out to them. I appreciate them for showing some love and sponsoring us for this one. And like I said, we will be getting something from them. I don't know if it's going to be a jersey. We haven't talked about that yet, but I'm going to talk to Shy about it and see what he wants and what we can do from there. Indeed. But is there anything we've had about 40 to 45, 50 people in the chat between all the channels. Is there anything you want to say to these beautiful people before we get out of here?
Always giving flowers. Appreciate y'all spending your time with us. You could be anywhere, but you decided to spend time with us. Also, nothing football related. Life is hard. I don't know who needs to hear this. Life is hard, and life is built to beat you down. But I'm coming to tell y'all that you're stronger than whatever life puts in front of you. Bad days only last as long as the days last, and tomorrow's a new day. So always stay blessed, stay encouraged, and stay strong. That's all I had to say for y'all. Once again, thank y'all for spending your time with us.
Amen. Hey, I love y'all. I say it every time. I love y'all. I love doing this. We are very blessed to have the audience we have and blessed to have the little side hustle we have, right? Nobody can really beat this. So thank you guys for watching us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Share out the stream. Go check out Memorabilia Mayhem. Thank them for helping us out because, hey, little extra money in our pocket is never bad. And something to give away to y'all is definitely never bad. So let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. That's my brother, Shy. I'm Joe Castro. We've been breaking Philly, baby. Peace. Dude.